So, after spending a month out of the country, I wanted to take a minute to kind of summarize some aha moments I had during the month-long travel. First and foremost, if it's not obvious, I believe travel is awesome. Certainly, travel for to go see stuff is awesome. If you know my story, I hate airplanes, and I still do. But willing to get on an airplane to go see some interesting places. I hated business travel where you're in 3 cities in a week. But hey, if you're going to go somewhere, experience the culture, the people, it is wonderful. Being a little uncomfortable, seeing new things, full fan of that kind of travel, and look to do more of it. I will admit that first class travel is even better. Being able to enjoy that level of travel is particularly fun. It gives you a lot of options out there. I want to say my first aha moment was just how happy everyone we encountered in Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore. The kids specifically stood out to us. We had a chance to interact with kids, and I'm talking kids, I'm going to guess they were 5 to 12 years old, right? We were in some small cities on these excursions, and we had lots of time to walk around the various cities. And when you do that, you walk by schools and you walk by other things where kids were together. And to see their happy faces, to see them practice their English, to see them fist bump you, some of them even asked to take selfies, was a highlight of the trip. We probably interacted with a dozen, maybe 2 dozen different groups of kids. And we're talking kids in groups as small as maybe 5 or 6, and some groups as big as 20 or 30. And the kids were happy, smiling, cheerful, was just awesome to see. Obviously, we interacted with lots of adults as well, as you might imagine. And again, on average, everybody was happy. And I don't think it was fake happy. I think it was happy. They were happy in life and happy to be helping you, right? And it was eye-opening. I don't think the average person in a first world country, US, Australia, Canada, Europe, on and on, I don't think we are as happy. And I wonder why that is. I wonder how much stress we put on ourselves, how much of the keeping up with the Joneses. I wonder how much of this unhappiness we put on ourselves. Because again, a month long, probably, 15 different cities, maybe 16 different cities, they were just happy. They were happy. Second, something you get to do on a cruise, if you so desire, is you get to have a lot of very interesting conversations. The cruise that we were on was obviously rather expensive. It was obviously a very long duration. So we were interacting with mostly retirees. I think there were a couple of honeymooners on the ship, but really it was a ship full of retirees. And to say Olivia and I were on the younger end of that scale would be an exaggeration. We were the babies on the boat. And we had some very interesting conversations. We had conversations with folks who this was their first event, right? They had worked 40 years for 40 hours, and this was their first, kind of like, we made it. And I think I recorded a video on this a couple of weeks ago because that conversation hit me pretty hard. These folks had great visions for what they were going to do, but were I thought, struggling to enjoy it. Their mobility wasn't great. Their health wasn't great. They couldn't do everything they wanted to do. So that was interesting. And other conversations were with folks who traveled every 90 days. Every 90 days. One person we had a conversation with spends 2 months in Asia and 2 months in Europe every year. Summer in Asia, winter in Europe. How cool does that sound? It really is out there for you. You know, I believe real estate investing gives you additional options, right? The whole just save in the stock market 401k, that's a way to get there. It's slow. I think getting to 4 rentals gives you options. Just think about it. Buy your first rental, pay it off in 30 years, sell it, and you know that could be your vacation money for a long time. So again, living life full of travel is awesome, and I hope Olivia and I do more of that. Now, I don't think we're going to spend 4 months a year, but yeah, that was a very enlightening conversation. I will say, at least for me, and I believe Olivia as well, we now know that a month long is too long. 10 days, 2 weeks, not enough. 31 days, a little much. I think the right answer for us is right around 17 days or so. When you're gone that long and you're actually like 3 days for being gone and you're like, just get it over with, that's probably not a good thing. And a lot of it is because of our puppies. If you're new to the channel, we have 2 little Shih Tzus, Happy and Sunny, and we were clearly missing them. They're actually sleeping. One is there and one is over there. But yeah, we now know that a month is too long. Second, if you are going to go on a cruise, make sure you research the ports you're going to, right? Because again, as I shared during our month long, we were able to cross off 2 cities that were on our bucket list, Bali and Phuket. I will say here right now, where we technically can cross them off the list, I don't really think we can. I think we have to go back at some point. Why is that? Unfortunately, the cruise stopped at ports that were not really Phuket. Were we in Phuket? Yes. But we weren't in the Phuket that you see on travel blogs and social media. Same with Bali. We actually hit 2 ports in Bali, but we never saw Canggu and these other locations. We were too far away, right? The taxi at one location said, we won't even take you there. So again, research the ports if you were going to go on an event like that. All in all, was a great experience. Hopefully you enjoyed the pre-recorded content. My experts were great enough to record with me. They recorded an extra one for a couple weeks. We had some highlights. I still tried to do the daily financial news for you every day. I think we were late a couple of times because of the internet. But at the end of the day, I still go back to, and it really is sitting with me here, how happy they were in Malaysia, in Indonesia, in Thailand. And there's something there. And yeah, because I don't think we are that happy. Yeah. So at the end, folks, I hope you have an amazing day. Take care of yourself. We will be back at it with our millionaires starting tomorrow. Bye-bye.